Hey guys, Dan here from Your Guitar Academy and welcome back to lesson 3 in our 30-day beginners challenge. And now you have been practicing your E minor and your C major 7. We've got a little bit of theory. We know our notes, what the strings are tuned to. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. I'm sure you got there before me. And what we're going to be doing now is, now that you've been practicing the basic chord change, we're going to bring in a drum beat. Okay, we're going to be talking about the drum beat, kind of what it means, how you can get it, where you can get it, and then what you need to do across that. And this is going to basically supercharge your chord changing. Make sure that you can get those chords changed in time and really speed up that progression. So pick up your guitar and let's get started. So if you're new to this course and you've just come through to this on YouTube, then please remember that you can head on over to the website and you'll find full write-ups for every lesson, all of the tab, all of the chord boxes, the fretboards, everything you need to absolutely smash and master every single lesson. As well as that, please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It massively helps us continue to provide you these free courses, and leave us a comment. If you've got questions, we will get back to you. So leave us a comment under the video and we'll speak to you there. Okay then guys, so first of all, the principle behind the idea of bringing in the drum beat is to add a little bit of pressure. Okay, so far we've been very free time, very casual. You've been working with these two chord changes, E minor and the C major 7, okay? And as you've been working with those, you've been really specific, pernickety, I think is the word, about trying to get a nice sounding chord as you get to it. We're gonna kind of throw that out the window now by bringing in the drum beat. And we're gonna kind of put that little bit of pressure. You have to get to the chord change by the start of the next bar. So we'll talk about bars now. And by putting that pressure, it means the chord might not sound as good initially, but the muscle memory is going to develop so quickly by doing that, that you'll almost have the space suddenly to be thinking about making micro adjustments to get the sound right whilst changing or whilst having a chord on. So there's a lot kind of more subtly happening when you try to do this. And so it's a really good process. It always works. You just got to commit to it. So when we talk about bringing in a drum beat, we first of all need to understand just a simple concept of a 4/4 timing. So just have a little listen to this kind of drum loop. And we do use drum loops instead of metronomes because it's more fun. So have a listen to that groove, right? Can't resist. It's a big groove. Okay. Now, try this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a bar, okay? When you say 1, 2, 3, 4, you're talking about a bar of music. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Let's just pause that for a second. Now, you can see I've counted along with that. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be like, okay, yeah, I could count along with a piece of, if you put a song on, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first step in understanding a bar or a time signature, really, that counting. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, although I've done that a lot with my children, but, we get to 4 and then we go back to the start. The 4 signifies a bar. In a piece of 4/4 music, which most rock pop stuff is, or blues stuff, it's gonna be 4/4, okay? So we count it like that, and you'll have noticed when I first started doing it, I also counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Hold that thought, we'll come back to that in a later lesson, okay? So let's just focus in on this basic bar concept. that gives us 1 bar. So if I say to you that when that drum comes on that first beat, so when I say 1, we want to hit the chord. So we want to be hitting the E minor, okay? And then what I could say to you is that when we go to the next bar, so when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 again, we're going to hit the next chord, C major 7, okay? So just as a simple demonstration, this is not what I'm asking you to do right this second, but a simple demonstration, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can see how I've each chord lasting for 1 bar. 1 count of 4, and then I'm on to the next chord. Okay, absolutely crucial. Now you'll notice also listening to a drum beat is it helps us put the right placement. So when I say 1, it sounds like a thump, like a thud, like a boom, like that kind of sound. When I say 2, it's more like a ka, like that kind of sound. So more of a high-pitched sound. When I say 3, it's that thud again, boom. When I say 4, it's that high-pitched sound again, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, like that kind of thing, right? That gives us this indication of where that 1 is, okay? You don't want to say 1 when it is that high-pitched sound, okay? So have a listen again, see if you can spot those 2 different sounds. It's got a couple of extra things going on in this beat. I wanted to just put in a realistic beat for you guys. But that crack, 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 that's gonna be 2 or 4. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, okay? So if you're wondering how you go about getting a drum machine or a drum loop, first of all, we do have these drum tracks available over on the site. So click the link in the video if you're on YouTube and you'll have that. If you've downloaded the course, then you have all of these in your files and that's fantastic. You can use all of these. And if you want to, there's also loads of apps you can get on your phone. So, or your iPad or your computer or whatever. You can simply go to the App Store, no matter what device you're on, simply type in drum machine. For example, if you're on iOS, GarageBand is fantastic. On all iOS and Android and all that, Google Store, whatever, you know, there's also a huge variety of them. You can quite quickly download them, pop in a really basic beat. It should be pretty straightforward and you can kind of play away with it, okay? But I do recommend if you do have an iOS device, kind of an iPad, iPhone, whatever it is, GarageBand's fantastic for this stuff. And I use something called Logic to generate that, but that's neither here nor there. It's just really great sounding drums. So if you're not sure about any of that tech stuff, then just simply head on over to the website and you can use the drum beats that I'm using here to play along and practice, all right? So that's gonna be hugely important. Now, what I want you to do, in fact, is to play 1 chord every 2 bars. So I'm gonna play the E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, C major, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4. So you strum every 2 bars. Okay, so basically every 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So add 2 together, that's 8. You strum, okay? And your aim is to get to that chord change as well as you can in time, okay? And all you then gradually do is just simply speed up that drum beat. Okay, so we're gonna work with this for a couple of minutes now. So try and do it with me. So here's the drum beat. Oh yeah, there she is. Try and do this with me. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's go to the C major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Try and get to that E minor. You can start moving now if you want to. Just get to that E minor. 2, 3, 4. If you have to, you can start moving now. Get to that C major 7. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the E minor. 2, 3, 4, and 1. So just keep doing it. I'll talk a little less now. 1, 2, 3, 4. The longer you can wait to make the change, the better. But at this point, just make sure you're there on time, whatever that takes. And that will all kind of speed up as you go. 4, 1, 2, 3, big drum fill, and 1. We love a good drum fill. The more you do this, the more you'll get a feel for that 4/4 timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Change to the C major 7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Back to the E minor, 2, 3, 4. Do it one more time, 2, 3, 4. C major 7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and we'll stop there for a second and end. Okay. So, how did you find that? Let's have an honest answer here. If that was just way too fast, then you've got a couple of options. You can either do a slower beat, so that is at 65 BPM, 65 beats per minute, okay? And that's just a setting that you put in. If you go over to the website, you'll see a whole bunch of drum beats at different BPM. So one thing you can do is use a slower one, so 60 or even 55, 50, whatever you want to do. Or you might want to do 3 bars. You might feel like, okay, if I actually do 3 bars before I change, that makes it possible. If actually you're sitting there and going, that was a bit easy, then speed it up. Either speed up to 70, 80 BPM, whatever you think, or do 1 bar per chord. So just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that kind of almost doubles the speed in some respects. You're aiming to get to a point eventually whereby there's very little gap between the chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I move 2, 3, 4, and 1. So only in the last millisecond do I move to the chord, but that's obviously something we're developing, okay? So your real focus here now, your first real proper homework is to get those drum beats up. Find a speed that challenges you, but you're just about able to do. And over the course of the next day, and then obviously after that, try and set yourself a challenge of gradually speeding up between these 2 chords. We're going to be working with these 2 chords now for a little bit. So you can just set, if you're on 65 BPM like I am today, see if you can get up to 70 BPM by tomorrow or the day after or the day after. Something that every day when you pick up that guitar, you're aiming to try and just up that a little bit, okay? And all the while that you're doing that, you're also improving your knowledge of rhythm. You're really understanding that 4/4 timing because you're going to just get a feel for that when you need to change chord. And so much more is happening. The calluses are being developed, your hand position is getting stronger, you're learning the strumming, you're holding the guitar better. It's all coming together. So that's your homework, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next lesson. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. That's it for today. Please do head on over to the next lesson when you're ready, which you can find here, or you can start from the beginning of the playlist right here on YouTube over here. Also, if you want to leave us a comment, we do our best to answer any questions that you might have, and pop us a like and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Every little helps. Thank you so much guys. Speak to you later.